Hello students, today I am going to solve your doubts related to question number 82, 83 and 84 which I asked you to solve yourself. Many of you were finding it difficult to solve, so here I'll clear your doubts. See, for question number 82 what it is saying, from the following information determine opening and closing inventory. Inventory turnover ratio 5 is 5 times. Total sales is 2 lakhs. Gross profit is 25%. Closing inventory is more by rupees 4,000 than opening inventory. Okay. So we can find this with the formula of inventory turnover ratio, which is already given to us is 5%. Okay. Now say formula for inventory turnover ratio is cost of goods sold divided by average inventory. Now you are not even having average inventory, nor you are having cost of goods sold, but you can find out cost of goods sold. How can you find cost of goods sold? See, you are having total sales and gross profit as 25%. I already told you in one video that if it is not given 25% of what, you'll consider it as 25% of sales. So what you can find is, you can find out the gross profit from this. See, gross profit will be, this is sum number 82. So gross profit is 25% of sales, that is 25% of 2 lakh. Okay, now 25% of 2 lakh is 50,000. Okay, so you got your gross profit. Now formula for COGS, I gave you a formula was sales less GP, right? Now sales is 2 lakh less GP is 50,000, so that will be 1,50,000. Okay, so you got your COGS as 1,50,000. Now applying the formula of inventory turnover ratio, that is COGS divided by average inventory, right? Now we are having this ratio as 5 times, so we'll write it as 5 times, is equals to COGS is 1,50,000 divided by average inventory, which we are not having. So from this you can get your average inventory. Okay, so average inventory will be 1,50,000 divided by 5, that will give you 30,000, right? Now see, next for opening and closing inventory, what it is saying to us is closing inventory is more by 4,000 than opening inventory. Okay, so you can write it as closing inventory is what, 4,000 more than opening inventory, right? Now applying the formula for average inventory is what, opening inventory plus closing inventory divided by 2, right? So we are having average inventory as 30,000 is equals to opening inventory we are not having, we'll write opening inventory. Instead of closing inventory you can write this 4,000 plus opening inventory, so write down 4,000 plus opening inventory divided by 2. Now this 30,000 will go here, fine, so this will be 60,000 is equals to, this will be 2 opening inventories, 2 times opening inventories plus 4,000. Now this 4,000 will be deducted here, so 60,000 minus 4,000 will give you 56,000 is equals to 2 times opening inventory, right? And now this 2 will be divided here, therefore opening inventory will be 28,000 as 56 divided by 2 will be 28,000. So you'll get your opening inventory, and now easily you can add 4,000 and you'll get your closing inventory. Now moving forward to next question, see question number 83, what it is saying, inventory turnover ratio is 5 times. Cost of revenue from operation, that is COGS, is 18,90,000. Calculate opening inventory and closing inventory if inventory at the end is 2.5 times more. Okay, 2.5 times more than the inventory in the beginning. Okay, so here first of all let us calculate average inventory. Okay, you can calculate average inventory. How you will get it? You can use the formula, that is inventory turnover ratio is equals to COGS divided by average inventory. Okay, so inventory turnover ratio is given to us as 5 times, and COGS we are having as 18,90,000 divided by average inventory. Now average inventory will be 18,90,000 divided by 5. So you'll get it as 3,78,000. Now you have got this average inventory. Now with this you can easily find out opening and closing inventory. See, data for this is closing inventory. If inventory at the end is 2.5 times more than that of the beginning, so closing inventory is 2.5 times more. Okay, so 2.5 times of opening inventory and is more of opening inventory, so that will be 2.5 times opening inventory plus opening inventory. If it is saying that closing inventory is 2.5 times of opening inventory, so you could have written as 2.5 times opening inventory, but it is saying closing inventory is 2.5 times more than that of opening inventory, so 2.5 times more of opening inventory. So ultimately this will be 3.5 opening inventory. Now using this in average inventory is what? Opening inventory plus closing inventory divided by 2. Okay, now you got average inventory as 3,78,000. Opening instead of opening you have to write opening inventory plus closing inventory will be 3.5 times opening inventory divided by 2. This 2 will go here. So 3,78,000 into 2 you'll get as 7,56,000 is equals to 4.5 opening inventories. Okay, and now this 4.5 will be divided here. So you'll get 7,56,000 divided by 4.5. You'll get your answer as 1,68,000 is equals to opening inventory. Now you got your opening inventory as 1,68,000. You can put it here in this formula and you'll get your closing inventory. Okay, similarly question number 84 is as same as this, just here change is inventory in the beginning is 2 times more than the inventory at end, so 2 times more. So you have to use same trick like this. This closing inventory will be replaced by opening inventory, because here it is saying that inventory in the beginning is 2 times more than the inventory at end. I hope you can solve this question number 84 because it is as same as this question number 83. Now we'll move forward to our next topic, which is in continuation of our topic which we were doing, that is trade receivable turnover ratio, where lastly we have done this topic, and in continuation of that we have a topic to calculate opening and closing trade receivable. It is as same as what we were doing here in finding closing and opening inventories. Okay, so let us begin with question number 97. See, it is saying rupees 1,75,000 is credit revenue from operation, that is net credit sales of enterprise. If trade receivable turnover ratio is 8 times, calculate trade receivable in the beginning and at the end of year. Trade receivable at the end is 7,000 more than in the beginning. So this is as same as what we have done for inventory turnover ratio. First of all, see, for this trade receivable turnover ratio, what is the formula? It is net credit sales divided by average trade receivables. Okay, so let us write down the formula. This is sum number 97. Trade receivable turnover ratio is equals to net credit sales divided by average trade receivables. Okay, now here what you are given, trade receivable turnover ratio is given to you and even net credit sales is given to you. Trade receivable turnover is 8 times and net credit sales is given to you as 1,75,000, and this is average trade receivables. Okay, so average trade receivable will go here. So average trade receivables is equals to 1,75,000 divided by 8. Okay, and dividing 1,75,000 by 8 will get your answer as 21,875. So this will be your average trade receivables. Now using the formula for average trade receivable, but before that we have given the data is given to us, that is trade receivable at the end is 7,000 more than that of beginning. So trade receivable at end is 7,000 more than of beginning. So plus 7,000 plus trade receivables at beginning. Okay, so using the formula for average in average trade receivable, it is trade receivable at end plus trade receivable in beginning divided by 2. Now you are having average trade receivable as 21,875. Here instead of trade receivable at end, you can write down 7,000 plus trade receivable in beginning plus trade receivable at beginning or in beginning divided by 2. So this will 2 will get multiplied. Okay, so 21,875 into 2 will get your answer as 43,750 is equals to 7,000 plus 2 times trade receivables in the beginning. Here this 7,000 will be deducted and 2 will be divided. Okay, that is 43,750 less 7,000 divided by 2 is equals to trade receivables in the beginning. So you'll get your answer as 18,375 is equals to trade receivables in beginning. Now you got your trade receivable in the beginning, you can add 7,000 and you'll get your trade receivable at the ending. This is very simple, what we have already done this in inventory turnover ratio. Coming to next question, that is 98C. From the following information, calculate opening and closing trade receivables. Now if turnover ratio is what? 3 times. Now turnover ratio is given to us as 3 times. Cash revenue from operation is 1/3 of credit revenue of operation. Okay, and then next what it is saying, cost of revenue from operation is 3,000. So this is cost of revenue from operation, and gross profit is 25% of revenue from operations. Now for here you are not even directly given credit sales. So what you have to do, first of all you have to find the credit sales. Data related to credit sales is given, that is cash revenue, that is cash sales is 1/3 of credit revenue. From this you can easily find out credit sales, but for that also you require total sales. You are not having total sales, but what you are having is you are having COGS, that is you are having cost. And data related to gross profit, you are having gross profit is 25% of revenue from operation. So first of all let us find out profit. This is sum number 98. GP is what? 25% of revenue from operation. And revenue from operation is sales. Okay, so whenever I told you it is given as 25% on sales, what we will do, you will use method CPSP. Okay, now keep SP as 100 because we are given 25% on sales. So your cost price would be 25% less than that, that is 75. Now cost is given to you as 3 lakh. So find out selling price, that is 3 lakh into 100 divided by 75, you'll get your sales as 4 lakh. Now you got your total sales as 4 lakh. Okay, still what you have to find is credit sales. So how will you find out credit sales? See what it is saying, revenue from operation is 1/3 of credit sales, cash revenue. Okay, so if I keep credit revenue as 1, okay, so my cash revenue is 1/3 of it, and 1/3 of 1 is 1/3. So total will be what? 1 plus 1/3, it will give you 4/3, right? 1 plus 1/3 will give you 4/3. Now 4/3 is given to you as 4 lakh. Total sales is given to you as 4 lakh, right? So if 4/3 is 4 lakh, what is 1? Why I am finding 1? Because credit revenue is 1. No need to find this 1/3. You can easily find that if 4/3 is 4 lakh, what is 1? That is total. So this will be 4 lakh into 1 divided by 4/3, right? So you can easily find out, credit sale, that is 4 lakh into 1 divided by 4/3, you'll get your answer as 3 lakh. So you got your credit sales as 3 lakh, right? Now putting the into this formula of trade receivable, you can divide this, you can use the formula, that is trade receivable turnover ratio is equals to what? Credit sales divided by average trade receivables. Okay, so this trade receivable turnover ratio is already given to you as 3 times, is equals to credit sales you got as 3 lakh divided by average trade receivables. Okay, so you'll get your average trade receivable as 3 lakh divided by 3, that is 1 lakh. Now still what you have to find is opening and closing inventory. So again see here what it is given, trade receivable at the end is 3 times more than that of the beginning. This is as same as what I taught you in your doubts, that is question number 83. How will find this? That is closing trade receivables is 3 times more than that of in the beginning. So closing trade receivable is 3 times more. So 3 times of opening trade receivables and more, that is plus opening trade receivables. Okay, why I'm using 3 times this adding opening trade receivable? Because it is saying it is 3 times more. So your closing trade receivables will be 4 times opening trade receivables. Now this becomes very simple. You can use the formula for average trade receivables, that is opening trade receivable plus closing trade receivable divided by 2, and then it is as same as what I taught you here in this question number 97, and you can easily find out this opening and closing trade receivables. Okay, now coming to question number 99, this is also very simple. You have to try yourself. This is all the concepts are all together used. There is case 1, case 2, case 3, and these all cases are as similar as what we did here in question number 97 and 98. So I hope these hints will be helpful for you to solve these sums. Till then, keep learning. Thank you.